Whenever a YouTuber becomes popular, the rite of passage to fame is not the million subscriber plaque you get, but rather a song. Despite the fact that most YouTubers cannot sing or rap, that doesn't stop these young artists from trying to pour their heart out by hiring ghostwriters and producers to help them branch out in a medium they're not accustomed to. Not only is a song made, but a music video always follows suit, for better or for worse. And Dream is a recent example of that. With an animated music video that has such an interesting backstory and aftermath, I suppose we need to talk about what happened. Hello, I'm Daft Pina, and this is Dream, Animation Abomination. However, before we get into any of this, we need to talk about who Dream is. As although you may have seen him on Twitter trending, knowing a bit more will give you a better grasp on why this music video is important to discuss.
That's what the point of the mask is.
Clay, also known as Dream, is a 21-year-old Minecraft YouTuber and streamer. Reaching over 10 million subscribers in 2020 and over 20 million in 2021, his growth is unmatched in today's landscape. Known for his speedruns and challenge videos, one could say Dream helped rejuvenate public interest in the game Minecraft, particularly the modding scene. Part of what made Dream's videos interesting was his use of mods to make special courses for his friends to try out. Those friends being also popular Minecraft YouTuber streamers George Not Found and Sapnap. However, trying to keep these speedruns and mods separate became an issue in December 2020. You see, it was speculated that he cheated in a speedrun to get a faster time. Although it would be hard to believe that such a talented man would cheat, the YouTuber GeoSquare created a well-made video proving the possibility. However, despite a lot of speculation and fancy number talk, it wasn't until May 30th, 2021 did Dream actually admit the cheating. Well, he admitted it on Paceman, Dream claimed they deleted it, he deleted his tweets about it, and asked everyone to move on. Throughout the section, you may have noticed by now that Dream's face isn't the most well known on the internet, as he likes to hide it behind his iconic mask. However, we do know what his cat Patches looks like, and I relate to that as I also have a pet, except mine's named Bear. Feline friends aside, his face and mask lead into the topic of today's video, music. Releasing his first song, Road Trip, on February 4th, 2021, it wasn't until his second song was there a music video released for his brand. Revolving around his internal issues, can we relate to someone who's so rich and popular, you can quite literally eat a burger with his name on it? I suppose we'll have to find out. Just like you can find my merch over at crowdmade.com. Snazzy stuff, huh? Alright, enough plugging. We have to put on our mask and dive into the video.
I never would have thought that I'd make music, but I feel like it's one of those outlets where you really can express yourself fully, like your emotions and how you feel. I never really sang when I was younger.
Right off the bat, this is a 3D animated music video created by a team of 18 people under the Fire Productions label. There are technically only 4 locations throughout it, outside somewhere, a school hallway, the doctor's office, and lastly, most importantly, his room. As for models, you have the faceless PNGs and Dream himself. Well, actually there's 2 Dream models, one for Kid and Adult Dream, which I honestly didn't realize until much later, mainly due to the fact that there wasn't much visual difference between them at first. Well, Adult Dream is wearing the signature smile shirt, but personally I would think making Adult Dream wear like a green shirt, you know, like his icon, would make it a lot easier that a transition was made than what they'd done before. But I could only imagine the green screening people would do with that on their hands. Animation errors are few and far between, such as Dream eye popping out, as well as other general clipping. Clipping being 3D models sliding in and out of each other when they're not supposed to, and that just appeared a few times. A notable issue was the cloth physics, as sometimes it would clip and bug out within Blender, which was the 3D program used for production. Moving past the mistakes, I did actually like a few visuals within the music video. Such shots include the intro, the hallway scene, the doctor scene, this particular scene outside, and whenever he talks to these random people. Since the music video revolves around a guy who plays Minecraft all day, the animators went for the literal sense and just had him in his room most of the time. And in doing so, to me at least, made it feel a bit boring and samey, which honestly may have contributed as why I thought Kid Dream and Adult Dream were not 2 models. But compared to contemporary 3D animations based on YouTubers, music videos to be exact, Bad History made one about PewDiePie, which was able to tell a story about a guy staying inside all day recording YouTube videos, seem interesting and exciting through the use of varied visuals. But this is noting, of course, they most likely had more time to work on all the assets. Aside from the visuals, the core of the song, the audio, is actually bad. Sung by Dream himself and produced by 2 people, it's easy to see that Dream wrote his own lyrics all by himself, and that he's new to creative writing, as the words remind me of what a 5th grader's understanding of what the word deep means. Why are you so sad? They think I need glasses, and that's the point of what the mask is, or lyrics that stood out to me. Me. Specifically. It's worth mentioning that Dream has ADHD, but you wouldn't have known that if not for me telling you, or just further research. In an interview with YouTuber Anthony Padilla, Dream recalls a story about getting rid of his ADHD medication, claiming he doesn't know whether or not that was a good idea.
I had ADHD medication. I was like mad, and I remember pouring it down the drain. And I don't know enough about them to comment on whether that was smart of me to do. I don't want to encourage anybody to do that.
Well, at the very least, he didn't make a music video where he shows himself throwing out nondescript pills and telling everyone he feels better. Nope. Let's instead focus on the line about him needing glasses. Taken at face value, you can assume Dream's days are so full of hardships that needing glasses is such a plight in his life. But thanks to the power of
Further reading.
Dream actually commented about this on his private account, citing as a kid he was tested for glasses before ADHD. Unfortunately, he never made sure that it would have translated better with visuals. So with that, we have hiccups in what he wants, such as the doctor giving him a note that says you're not normal, which was taken by the literal sense by the public. Another shot depicts Dream crying over a report card, with him failing every class. Yet this was never brought up again. Like, sure, he might be enjoying hanging out with friends playing Minecraft, but he's still failing high school? Is that the lesson we want to take away from this? Ignore your problems and just send memes on Discord? Even worse is the fact that the song just ends on the positive that he wears a mask online, which is just a bit sad. To show that the mask is the true face of Dream reminds me a lot of Rorschach from Watchmen, a character in the comics that thinks the cloth is their real self, citing the similarity in the lyrics where Dream says, "Been wearing a smile so long it's real, so long it's real, so long it's real." To feel comfortable in the reality they want to project, rather than who they actually are.
That's what the point of the mask is.
If this were a more developed song, this section might have been the middle of it, and not the end. Such as Dream realizing that although the mask helped a bit, he was able to learn how to love himself and enjoy life, so the mask is not a requirement, just an accessory for his online persona. Because of how vague the lyrics are, I'm torn about whether or not they should have been more vague or more descriptive in what he wanted to convey. I'm reminded of the songs Alone by Marshmello and Alone with Me by Hobson. The first one being a song with, quite literally, 3 sentences, vagueness about feeling alone and wanting to come home, of course. The music video accompanying it perhaps just being whatever the director wanted, as there wasn't much to work with considering the lyrics. In stark contrast, the latter depicts the character of the rapper behind the scenes. Citing specific instances of his depression and thoughts of suicide, you're able to understand how he feels regarding his life. The dark visuals of him arguing with himself, with exaggerated metaphors of what he's feeling, is not a replacement for the story, rather a nice pairing like the right wine with pizza. Both songs and respective music videos achieve what they wanted to do, and I in fact like both of them for their own reasons. Yet when I see songs like Mask, I see something that needed a bit more time in the oven, as yes, we are still on the pizza metaphor. Dream might be someone who has been through or is going through a lot, yet with the lyrics isn't able to articulate those feelings. Perhaps he relied too heavily on the music video to convey this, so when his heart is poured out into the sound, however real they may feel to him, and no matter how much him and his fans have to explain it, they all just sound trivial to the average person. They think I need glasses. Riveting stuff, Dream. With the lyrics wanting to be closer to Alone with Me, yet the vagueness siding more with Alone, I feel a disconnect with the song and video that actually started to wonder about the animators and production behind the music video, as one could just make fun of the visuals and call it a day, but tomorrow is just as important, so I decided to talk to Fire and Zoriak, the production leads, for the music video. After, I talk about today's sponsor. After a long night of drawing, morning shows up, and I have to eat breakfast in order to have the energy to finish my animation. So my first option is to eat a sugar-filled cereal that'll be tasty, yet make me sluggish throughout the entire day. Or I can eat something healthier, yet tastes like cardboard. I wish there was a tastier, healthier option. Luckily this is an ad for Magic Spoon cereal, and I'm actually eating the cereal in the video. 0 grams of sugar, 14 grams of protein, and only 4 net grams of carbs in each serving, only 140 calories. It actually tastes great while being healthy. It's keto-friendly, gluten-free, grain-free, soy-free, low-carb, and GMO-free. Try some of the best-selling flavors like coca, fruity, frosted, and even peanut butter. All conveniently in this 4-flavor variety pack. Click the link below to grab a variety pack and try it today. And Magic Spoon is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 100% happiness guarantee. So if you don't like it for any reason, they'll refund your money, no questions asked. And be sure to use the promo code DAFPENA at checkout to get $5 off any order. Or go to magicspoon.com/daftpena to save $5 today. Now if you excuse me, I need to finish the cereal and the animation I was working on. Is that me? Dream sent out tweets March 15th, 2021, looking for an animator for an animated music video, citing a short time frame and asking for something more realistic like, not much color, and can be a simple animation, smiley face. So basically something 2D. Much like his lyrics about his issues, I suppose Dream trying to describe what he wants is also a bit difficult, which of course we'll get into later. Fire Productions, or just Fire, spoke with Dream regarding the project the same day as the tweet came out. Despite them being 16 and them making 3D Minecraft animations, that didn't stop them from getting the project that was meant for a 2D animation. Dream, of course, being no stranger in hiring minors for professional projects, like one of the producers for the song Mask being 17. But I digress. Interesting enough, pre-production started between March and April, with the majority of the team being ready with the room and characters being modeled. Speaking with Fire on the matter, they said that the rig for Adult Dream was finalized around April 27th, with the animation starting May 2nd. This was due to the team member tasked with the rig also dealing with their day job. Originally, the music video was supposed to release April 23rd, 2021, which was teased by Dream within this cryptic tweet. Since the date wasn't met, Dream wanted the animation released by May 20th, which would have been the same day as the lyric video. But due to internal delays, the animation was finally released on June 8th, being posted after Fire gave Dream the final file, and uploading it when she was asleep. So there was no checking for errors or finalizing anything, just good luck. The short time frame originally being 39 days, the second delay extending it to 66 days, and the final extension being 85 days. Long time frames are not a strange occurrence for Fire Productions, as their prior animation took about 6 months to make, partially due to the transition from Minimator to Blender. With the longer production, I would say it paid off, as the music video turned out quite well, and beloved by many people. But if it wasn't apparent from that last sentence, Fire's team was not used to realistic animation, so working on these non-Minecraft models was a bit tough. You might ask, why didn't Dream find anyone more suitable for the job? I mean, you saw the tweet in the comments, right? Dream never asked for reels or resumes. He just asked his mostly underage audience if they can animate and went with the first people he found. And because of that, Dream had to deal with all the delays for the music video, most notably rendering, as that took quite a while. But of course that's not counting any re-renders, as many times the cloth broke, and lighting was inconsistent per shot. So corrections had to be made to fix these issues. And so I asked Fire if their team had an extra month, what they would have done. Fire stated they would have made proper hair and added more details within Dream's room. And if animation wasn't hard enough for the team, I would say dealing with Dream's vision was just as difficult. You see, Dream had a screenplay, and no, not a written PDF of what he wanted. Rather, it was a video with text on screen. Difficult to interpret was an understatement, and even worse is the fact that the team opted for no animatic, meaning that the animators had to go by the words alone of Fire and Zoriak. The trouble with that is that this is not a one-person project, so the lighting and composition inconsistencies often came up due to the lack of pre-visualization for the medium. While Fire was happy with the music video, speaking with the second project lead, Zoriak, they had the opposite of reactions, as can be. The credit for the screenplay was mostly to try and fix whatever was written beforehand, rather than being co-written by him. The doctor writing a note saying Dream is not normal, and the normal pills were all Dream's ideas, as well as the fact that most of the music video resides in Dream's own room. You might ask why the animators didn't suggest more scenes or change it up completely. However, I'd argue that Dream hired them to ensure his vision and not change it. And although everything in the screenplay was added in the video, small parts weren't able to make it. The people you see on Dream's monitor, his YouTube friends, were originally going to have 3D models, however that was cut due to time. In one scene, you can actually see the tears falling onto the report card, and although simulated to get wet, Fire wasn't able to find out why the paper didn't react to the simulation. Lastly, the report card itself was supposed to be rendered in real time, yet kept breaking, much to the worry of the animators. But in the end, the team of Fire Productions was able to pull off the project and release it upon the world. But how did everyone react? Was it adored by audiences and Twitter alike, or was it dogged upon like a basset hound on a tennis ball? What does that even mean? Because of Dream's reputation online, be it from his cheating in Minecraft speedruns, the constant trendings on Twitter for anything he does, or even his numerous outbursts, this music video would most definitely lead to hate towards the animators. Meaning, no matter what they would have made, the people who hate Dream would find anything to rag them on. The moment the music video came out, early reactions and even a quick review made by Rebel Taxi was released onto YouTube. It was on this very video a worker for Fire commented, citing themselves as employee in quotes. They talked about the deadline for Dream, and cited that some of the shots were rendered in the last 5 days. Dream didn't want a reference to Minecraft within it, and further states that if there's any questions, they'll be answered. And all due to that one comment, people took his word as gospel and ran it as the full and only truth. The comment was used numerous times on Twitter, such as a tweet made by Pixel Cheeky that got over 17,000 likes. Citing them, as well as Brady J. Hardy, quote, "Oh, this is great to hear," further tweeting, "Not only are these 16-year-olds being exploited by a huge YouTuber and given a strict deadline during the finals week, as well as being forced out their comfort zone, they most likely haven't even been paid yet, and who knows how much that's even gonna be." Cool fact, HozQ was actually part of the VFX team and not the animation team. Asking Fire about this, they only worked on one shot. Cheeky further tweets updates regarding the situation, proving that Brady was the modeler for the video, and later showing that the modeler wasn't part of the official team. Another Twitter user responded to the thread with leaked DM showing that Fire and their team got paid. The constant updates and latching onto whatever info they had always leads to speculation, worry, and miscommunication. Inciting sources from select members and isolating them makes the situation sound a lot worse for everyone involved. Project leads Zoriak and Fire came into the comments of Pan's video as well as Twitter to try and clear up any and all miscommunications. Fire opting to answer anyone that would talk to them and confirming that they actually liked working for Dream. To them was a good experience. Yeah, but no matter what way you look at it, this was a losing battle for the animators. You cannot and shouldn't answer to a mob looking for blood if all you can give them is a slice of pepperoni. Was I hungry for pizza writing this script? But knowing Dream's reputation, it would have been best for the team to gather and talk about potential backlash they'd face, as honestly it was inevitable. For things like this, I often recommend a 24 to 48 hour waiting period before saying anything publicly, as even Brady later acknowledged that he was taken out of context. Who knew responding vaguely to select people about things would lead to miscommunication between the animators and the public? Who knew? Despite the tweets of over 17,000 likes being still up, I spoke with Pan to find out that HozQ actually deleted the comment on this video. Since then, they spoke with Fire, so please don't send hate to HozQ. But regardless, Fire was very happy to work with the team and Dream himself, yet that's not what the public saw, with them mainly focusing on the very few disgruntled workers. Brady tweeting, "Imagine having your name associated with normal pills for the rest of your life." Fortunately, what took the lead on Twitter was not the workers, rather than the concept of normal pills. It got on trending, mainly due to the complaints and, well, the memes about it. Some of my favorites include the Joker saying,
"Hello, Walmart's Pharmacy. 5 orders of normal pills, please."
as well as, normal pills implies the existence of crazy pills. Oh look, the Twitter user's a Nan, so I like their tweet. I wonder if they'll watch this video. Comments if you do. I'll give it a like. Circling back, due to the animators focusing on achieving Dream's vision, it didn't come across anyone's mind that depicting a popular and beloved YouTuber of children, that perhaps throwing pills away on screen would be a bad thing to portray. Because of the influence that Dream has on young children, many on Twitter feared that either they would stop taking their own meds, or possibly try and convince others to do so. He inadvertently created messages that he most likely didn't intend with the song. Lastly, for Twitter discourse, people were ragging on the animation, which most of it just focused on the model for Dream, either saying he looks like Ben 10, those knockoff Pixar movies, or even just bad in general, And all the hate for the music video should not have gone to the animators, as one can argue that all the issues stem from the initial decisions leading up to the actual animation of the music video, pointing towards Dream, rather than the animators. Starting at square one, Dream's initial tweets regarding hiring animators was incredibly vague. And because of that, it's incredibly hard to send this out to my artist friends because I don't know what he wants. YouTuber OS Mark has been preparing for his upcoming animation by sending out tweets looking to hire workers. There was a post in June asking for rigged animators who use Toon Boom Harmony and to send out demo reels to a specific email. Of course, with Dream not knowing much about animation, he could have at least stated that he wanted something 2D and probably just asked for a resume. So when it came to hiring Fire's team, they might have been the only option, meaning Dream had to change his vision from 2D to 3D. Problems slowly started to creep up due to Dream wanting a realistic animation, yet hiring people who used Minecraft physics to work on the project. Not only that, with an incredibly vague screenplay and hands-off approach, the production made Zoriak feel uneasy. Dream doesn't have to be an artist to properly convey what he wants, but actually just being there and maybe drawing some stick figures, would have helped in the long run. Because of how vulnerable Dream was when his music video released, he made quick reactions to people responding to his music video. Although I understand where he's coming from to be attacked when opening up, that doesn't mean I can excuse his emotional immaturity for a 21-year-old. Mom, wake up, the new Dream controversy just dropped, tweeted Dream. @StonedNap replied to him, "It's not a controversy if it's your own experience." Responding to a random Twitter user, Dream said, "They really be like he visualized a personal experience as a kid with ADHD and medication for it? Disgusting." His lack of awareness of how others may perceive his music video, and his handling of people not understanding, results in these emotionally immature outbursts, which honestly leads me to believe that he wasn't ready to emotionally open up with music video. With Dream's foray into the music video scene, I see a lack of interest in the smaller details that make these things worthwhile and artistically fulfilling. It was as if Dream took a shortcut at every corner just to rush out a video. Throughout this entire video thus far, I never actually gave a reason on why the music video needed to release when it did, because there wasn't. Since Dream's career is streaming in YouTube, I would argue this is a personal endeavor, or for a better term, a side project. If his vision was realistic 2D, why did he compromise and work with the first team he found? Furthermore, the time frame to release is arbitrary. Of course, not knowing about how animation works might have influenced Dream in his decisions, but this is a project about his personal life, why not give it all the time it needs? On the note of the team, his decision to not include any Minecraft at all from the music video, while hiring a team who specializes in it, is a bit ironic. Hey, you know the thing you're good at? Don't do it. And my speculations on how Dream felt during production and music video were answered after I read a post by him on Reddit, focusing on not the most important issues such as throwing away medication on screen, as he rather focused on the team themselves. Although not specifically mentioned before, a lot of people on Twitter thought that Dream didn't pay his team, which was true. Until he paid them? Along those lines, Dream did address the short time frame, confirming he wanted to speed production, and just accepted that the first deadline was missed, asking Fire's team to keep me updated on the progress. And going back to the start of hiring someone, Dream sought to find people within the community and confirms he could have easily found someone outside the Minecraft realm, and even someone more experienced with realism, talking about how he wants to bring people up in the community. Well, besides the fact that Fire's team already had a 1 million viewed animation, you're right. You should have went with someone more qualified. If your initial time frame was a little under a month, it doesn't make sense why you wouldn't hire a specialized group for your vision. Looking at this post, I still feel as if the hands-off approach by Dream was detrimental to the full production. Regardless, Dream states that he was happy with his interactions with the team and hopes they do awesome things in the future. However, I speculate that as time went on during the production, he may have lost steam for the concept, which could be why no specific deadline came after the fact, saying as soon as you can. Going on about the fact he didn't push for a specific day or time, which could explain why he just posted it when Fire gave him the file and uploaded it when she was asleep. The vibe I get from this is just as the animators finished the project, Dream was done with it many months prior, finally posting it, just wanting to move on. Have I been in Minecraft the whole time? This project was a no-conceived concept at its core. We have one hell of a mixed bag for music video. So what advice would I give for future cases? Well, if you choose to make a music video, I'd definitely hire a PR person to be there along the way, or asking anyone else look over the script. Of course, not taking their word as the end-all be-all, but that person could steer you away from decisions like writing the words, don't forget to animate normal pills, being a serious thing you tell your animators. The second thing would be to hire a team that's able to achieve the vision you want. Dream had to compromise what he wanted, and it would have been better if he took more time to find the right people, aka 2D animators, to make his vision come to life. Yet I can't imagine the fact he would have given the same month time frame to a singular 2D animator. Yeah, that probably would have been worse. Lastly, I'd recommend actually being there for your project. I mean, if this was like my personal story, I would be heartbroken if I wasn't able to supervise something that really happened to me. The thought of people misinterpreting what I went through would be devastating, so I can't imagine what Dream might currently be going through. Regardless, I do mean it when I say big congrats to the team of Fire Productions, who were able to get the animation out and finished. And I just hope after this video, you see a lot of hard work went into the music video, and to not just write it off as the normal pills animation. But in the end, thank you everyone for watching the video, and especially these lovely names you see on screen. To become one, go visit my Patreon and make a pledge today. Follow me on Twitter, join Marks and I's Discord, and subscribe as well as hitting the bell for notifications. Until next time, please, don't forget to have fun.